We get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. Barangay Ginebra coach Tim Cone is looking to extend his record to 26 PBA titles in the upcoming finals matchup against the TNT Tropang Giga. But Cone's hurdle is a familiar adversary. His former player in Alaska, Jojo Lastimosa, who now coaches TNT. Lastimosa was a key player in the Alaska franchise that won 9 rings in the 90s, including a Triple Crown sweep in 1996. For his part, Lastimosa just describes his coaching duel with Cone as a homecoming of sorts. But friendship, of course, will have to take a back seat when Ginebra and TNT begin their battle for the Governor's Cup title on Easter Sunday.
Chud, I think I've never been this close to an opposition coach before in my career. Jojo's the closest guy I've ever been. There's been another coach, and the history is long, and the history was intense. We had some intense moments together all the way through our respective careers, through player, assistant coach, and then the off the court stuff.
Another interesting subplot in the final series is the showdown between both teams' imports, Justin Brownlee and Rondae Hollis Jefferson. Through 5 games, TNT's Jefferson is averaging 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 steals, while Brownlee norms 27 points, close to 10 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks in 11 games this conference. Both players said they're looking forward to the tough matchup.
I'm looking forward to competing against Justin. I'm looking forward to our team competing against each other. I think it'll be phenomenal. Like you said, you know, the fans definitely have a show to watch. That's what they're paying their money for, to come see a great matchup, to come see 2 wonderful players.
He's played in the NBA, of course. You know, I've seen him and seen him play in the NBA a little bit and see what he can do. So he has great experience in that regards, and I think it's just going to be tough all around. And just like any other import, you know, that's came in this league or that's been in the finals, it's going to be difficult to stop him.
And Jeffrey Carriazo will be the new head coach of the Blackwater Bossing next season. Carriazo is coming off a 1-conference stint with the Converge Fiber Xers, whom he mentored in the 2022 Philippine Cup. Before that, he coached the now-defunct Alaska Aces from 2019 to 2022. Carriazo will be replacing Blackwater's interim coach, Ariel Vanguardia. The Bossing are coming off a disappointing Governor's Cup campaign, logging just 1 win in 11 games and finishing dead last in the standings. And the Philippine ice hockey team recently made history by winning the gold in its International Ice Hockey World Tournament debut. The game caught up with the team to talk about their recent victory donning the country's colors. Here's what they had to say.
It's definitely an emotional one because we've been wanting this for so long. Due to the pandemic, we didn't participate last year. So we came out hungrier and we worked hard for this.
How was that preparation like for you guys? I mean, during the pandemic, long time coming before the debut.
It was a lot of off-ice stuff because of the pandemic. So once we got the rink back, what was that, March?
March, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we had to grind it out, try to train as much as possible. But it's also like a mental game too because we haven't practiced for so long.
We had 3-game series. First one was against Indonesia, then Mongolia, then Kuwait. We have another goaltender we play together, and he had shutouts in his 2 games of Kuwait and Indonesia, and our game went into overtime against Mongolia. You know, you've never heard anything like 4,000 screaming Mongolians at your back and going into overtime. So that was hard for us, and I think we were the underdogs in that game, and we came through. I think the right result, and you know, we sit here today, and the next level for us is going to be teams like Hong Kong, potentially Luxembourg, South Africa, some real heavy hitters. So things are going to have to change. We're going to take it to the next level. We learned to skate in Mega Mall and South Mall and this and that, you know, when we were young. So it's a big deal for us. It's a big deal for us to represent the country and to make the sport bigger in this country.
We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after this quick break. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. A new entertainment giant is in the offing. The World Wrestling Entertainment, or WWE, is joining forces with Endeavor Group, which owns mixed martial arts franchise, The Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC. This deal unites two of the biggest names in wrestling and entertainment, capping a months-long process to acquire a majority stake in the WWE. Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel describes the deal as a transformational step for his company, adding that he will capitalize on Endeavor's expertise in securing media deals. WWE co-founder and executive chairman Vince McMahon will be retaining his role in the company, which will be majority owned by Endeavor with a 51% stake. This merger is said to be valued at around $21 billion or more than 1.1 trillion pesos. And Olympic sprinter Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce cruised to a victory in a parents' race at her son's sports day in his Kingston school. The Jamaican predictably left other mothers in the dust, crossing the finish line before any of the other moms could make it to the halfway mark. Fraser-Pryce is a three-time Olympic winner, bagging back-to-back golds in the 100-meter sprint in 2008 and 2012, as well as the 4x100 relay in 2021. The 36-year-old also ran the third fastest women's time ever. And in Saudi Arabia, a group of women formed a running group to help stay active during Ramadan. The group of 8 typically runs on the roadside with cars driving past them. The women want to stay fit during the holy month of Ramadan, as it can be a challenging time for all those who are fasting. The running group also gives them a sense of community and support. The Saudi government has recently been making efforts to promote women's participation in sports after having once observed strict gender segregation laws. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.